Today we are going to be learning how to make hats, hair, and some other features, jackets, things that you wear in the wintertime. Yours might look something like this as we progress and by the end of the hour. So we begin with just a basic, these are my people, but I want to keep in mind that this would represent usually the top of the head, and that's where it gets a little complicated with hair. So when you are drawing these, you want to keep in mind that usually this line is erased. The exception would be if, for example, this is part of your earmuffs, then you might not have to erase this line. So I'm going to keep this one on here because this is a part of someone's earmuffs. On this particular example here, I'm going to be drawing a hat, and therefore I will need to erase this line, and we're going to talk more about hairdos and things like that. So I'm going to grab my pencil right now, and I'm going to make this a dashed line for the demonstration. And the reason I'm making it a dashed line is so you can still see it, so that you can kind of know where that line was, and hopefully that'll make it a little less confusing. I just need to adjust the focus a tiny bit on this machine before we continue. And let's see if I can zoom in a little bit as well. Alright, so as you're drawing, you want to keep in mind that you are going to make a line that is curved for your hat. It may come down a little lower, it may be higher, it all depends. And you can still see my dashed line here. And I'm going to come up above the dashed line. So here's my dashed line. And let's see if I can get this a little bit darker so you can see better. Okay, so dashed line, here's the hat line. You can put whatever kind of decorations you want on your hat. Notice I went just a little bit beyond the edge of the face here, and that's to leave room for the hair and the ears. If you have an ear that's showing, chances are it's going to be roughly starting about where your eyes are and ending somewhere near your nose. And even if you have short hair, there's still going to be some of it that comes down like this. So this would be an example of short hair. You don't have to draw it very much at the moment because you are going to be using color, but that's where it will go. So I wanted to show you on here. Okay, so that would be an example of some shorter hair. I'll show you a good idea for longer hair, and that is to you may not draw in the ear, or you might, depending on if you might see it or not, but you're going to take this line from right at this point, bring it all the way down to the shoulder. And that's for hair that's fairly long. This whole area is hair. A lot of people make the mistake of including a little bit here that's not, and that just makes it look like your hair does not go around your whole head. So it looks a little unnatural. So that would be an example of some long hair. Now, next we're going to be moving on and talking about scarves. So if you choose to do a scarf, here's a quick and easy way to do it. You're going to go outside of where your neck is, curve line down, make another curve line, it kind of goes like so, and then make a part of your scarf that gets tucked under beneath. And you can make those tassels if you like, however you want your scarf to look if you're wearing a scarf. It's nice to see some decorations or stripes or designs on scarves and hats as well, so keep that in mind as you're working today. Okay, as far as jackets go, the main thing is you want a couple of lines for where your arms are. And beyond that, it's up to you. You can do jackets with all kinds of different designs on them, maybe shoulder stripes, whatever you like. And a lot of times you might see a hood, and if that's the case, you would want to draw a line up like this, and then show a little bit going back behind your shoulder like that. And then you need to erase your shoulder, of course. And also, by the way, on your neck, since we don't have x-ray vision, we want to erase the lines that we don't need. So there's a good start, and then let's work with the other side now. So let's say that that is your line that represents where your earmuffs are, okay? And then we're going to make the hair. Now this is a good example of how the hair goes above and below this line. So if you watch over here, it goes up above, like so, and then down below. Now if you don't have bangs, it might look like this. If you do have bangs, you might see more of a, you don't want it too chopped looking, but something kind of like this. And then we do still want to draw those earmuffs in, so we can just make them, they almost look like ears, but not quite. Now, if you were drawing the long hair again, you'd want to go all the way down, but let's do a couple of other examples. What if you had some shorter curly hair? You might have it kind of like this, or maybe you have just like a bob hairstyle where it goes like that. So just kind of look at your hair and see what you've got, and then you can go ahead and add in for the earmuffs that darker band that goes around to hold them in place. Okay, another thing I wanted to go over is, let's get her face in there. A little bit different way to make a jacket. I'm going to show you how to make a collar on a jacket. And what you'll need to do is take a line from the neck over and around. And the same thing on the other side. You almost feel like you're drawing a heart, but it's separated by the neck. And then from there you can come down, and then it's a straight line. Come around and down, and a straight line. And the zipper is however you'd like it to be. And from there you can erase the lines that you no longer need, which are right here. Now you may be wondering about how to color this. Okay, I used marker just so you could see certain things a little more clearly. I'm going to go back to my original example and show you what this looks like outlined. I do not want you to outline yours like this. We are going to be using crayon and colored pencil in different combinations. There'll be some future lessons about working with the crayon and the colored pencil. For now, it's good enough to just have a good pencil drawing with an idea of where you're going in terms of clothing and hats and things like that. So thank you very much.